This channel does not promote any violence, harmful or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
Forum appearing on behalf of the state, Malad. On behalf of the Malad speaker, Malad. Sorry, state the party. Now I'm led by Learned Advocate General, Malad. Malad, if my learned senior Malad wants to Malad start, Malad.
Are you placing the application only?
Yes, the application.
Application?
Yes. Lord, matter is ready for hearing, Malad.
Matter can be disposed
I
of.
do not know. I see
Malad,
the list.
affidavit-
A is there.
Affidavit has been filed. Matter is ready for hearing, Malad.
Should I place it in the hearing list?
Lord, we are placing the application.
Only
Because,
the
Lord,
application.
yes.
All right.
If your lordship Lord is with me, your lordship can dispose of the writ petition itself.
It means it has to be heard.
Lord, I tell your lordship, the
Application is there.
issue was considered by the learned judge, Lord, who accepted the writ petition. Then, Lord, directions for filing affidavits were given. In the meantime,
Doing that.
certain further facts came into light. And Lord, there was a threat, Lord, on the gentleman, where by reason whereof, Lord, he is seeking some protection from your lordship.
All right.
Lord, the basic issue is, if your lordship, Lord, take the writ petition once, let me just show your lordship what is the basic issue. This
I
is
can see the order of Justice Shorkar recorded on 6th August 24,
correct.
which mentions that the short question which has been urged is whether the Honorable Speaker of the Assembly, by a notification, can restrict the entry of CISF and CRPF.
Absolutely.
This is the question framed by the court.
That's the short point.
So we'll go by this.
We go by this, and Lord, the further situations your lordships will find from the application. If your lordships kindly take the application, your lordships will find application ta kothay gelo? The application ta? No, it's there. Lord, kindly come to page 12.
Yes.
Lord, what is happening is this. Lord, he is the leader of opposition. Lord, so far as his security is concerned, they are stopped at the gate. Lord, and they are not allowed to go in. Their security is, Lord, his security remains on the footpath. There is a pandal, and under the pandal they remain. But in so far as the others are concerned, who are covered by the local police, they have, Lord, unimpeachable, Lord, right to get in. They go into the legislative assembly, and there inside there is a place where the security stay. This discriminatory, Lord, action is what is the challenge in the writ petition. Because, Lord, there is an order of the speaker by which the speaker has only restrained, Lord, this CIPF personnel from entering the premises. Now, Lord, this is the moot point which is raised in the writ petition, saying that if you are dealing with the leader of opposition in a particular manner, you have to also deal with the other legislative assembly members in the similar situation. It can't be, Lord, distinguished basis on the basis of the security that is provided.
And do you get only security from the central forces, or do you have the state force security also?
No. There are certain protocols which are maintained by the state police, but Lord, it is essentially the security is provided by the central police.
State does not provide you any security.
It's like the central government has, Lord, put him under a category.
Right.
Category 4, Lord,
Yes.
of protection, and Lord, the central forces is provided to him for his security. There are some liaisoning and, Lord, some pilot, etc. That is what is provided by the state.
Security not provided.
Security not provided. And Lord, this is, Lord, this so far as the application is concerned, your lordships will find page
And
12.
inside the assembly premises, do you have any threat?
Yes, there were incidents inside, and that is the reason why the writ petition was moved. There was an incident inside where, Lord, there was a scuffle. The security of one of the legislative assembly member was there. They, Lord, intervened, and this is one of the reasons why, Lord, this has happened. The unfortunately, Lord, the speaker, learned speaker, does not take these into consideration. The affidavit I'll show, in the affidavit they say that we have done it because of a past incident where some correspondents were shifted out, or they were prevented from interviewing the person concerned, the petitioner, before your lordship. They were They were his security prevented the press from interviewing him, and that was the incident based on which the CAF personnel were asked to stay out. This is the only situation by reason whereof this order was passed, and this order has not been reviewed. There was a prayer for review of the order that has not been reviewed. So your lordships may kindly see, Lord, the threat perception which came on 7th of
But then the prayer that you are making cannot be decided in the application stage. The writ petition is required to be heard.
Lord. If that is the feeling my lord has, then
No, you say you want your forces to protect you inside the assembly premises.
Lord, if
That is the
that is the moot point.
question in the writ also. What is the interim relief that can be given to you by way of an application?
But prayer A in the application is same as prayer B in the writ petition.
Lord, may I suggest
Is
this?
the assembly in session?
Assembly is
So now only for few days. This time now only for few days.
Few days means?
Malad, I think Malad,
Fortnight,
yes, Malad, if I'm not very wrong, up to 23rd of 23rd. But Malad, this threat perception as canvas in the application your lordship will find is of February.
Yes.
But there was, I think, Malad, some Bangladesh unrest at that point of time. Unrest in
It
Bangladesh.
is not a
Whatever.
question of threat of February or
Yes.
May.
But in any event.
Threat is a threat. Lord, that
Yes.
can happen anytime.
Yes, yes,
And
that
Lord,
I
your
can
lordship-
understand.
Lord-
But then this is to be heard.
Kindly, Lord, give us, Lord, any date that your lordship feels. Kindly, Lord, fix it at 3 o'clock, any day.
3 o'clock.
Or
Yeah,
2 o'clock.
The appellate side list will go haywire.
Then, Lord, 10:30, any day. Kindly, Lord, give us an hour's time, any day. It's not going to take long. Because, Lord, the main issue is whether, Lord, the speaker's order can be judicially reviewed by your lordship. This is the point that has been raised in the opposition. The only point is that whether a speaker's order is subject to judicial review by your lordship. This is the point that has been raised. So, Lord, legal issue is only one.
All the BJP MLAs are feeling.
If your lordship is kind enough, Lord, to kindly fix it, because this is an issue which is to be decided, Lord, either today or tomorrow.
Yes, it has to be decided, but give some time to the court to decide.
সমস্ত MLA আমার
Kindly,
MLA রা সব insecure ছিল।
But no harm has befallen as yet. Malad, I understand their
if
apprehension.
it falls,
They may be ultimately
Just-
right.
Keep fingers crossed.
if it falls, then there is no solution after that. The solution has to be found.
But the people in charge are also conscious of this situation. Malad, we'll have to assume that the people in charge are also conscious of this situation.
Should be.
Set out for
Should be.
But
How are outsiders going inside the assembly premises and
That is what we have set up.
threat of the
That is what
this has
Honorable
happened in the past.
members of
But
the
despite
assembly?
all good intentions, this has happened in
No,
the
no,
past.
Whatever.
No, perhaps not.
Now
Perhaps-
it has to be decided.
শুক্রবার তো
Just see my list.
Lord,
There are hearing
I think-
matters which have not been
I think,
touched.
Lord, lordship should deal with my junior instead of me.
makes it up on Friday man.
So many hearing matters. Now giving precedence becomes difficult. See, everybody is mentioning every day.
Every matter has its own features.
Yes, I can understand.
This is not concerning security and safety of a gentleman.
Of all the opposition
Lord,
leaders,
kindly-
of all the opposition
No, it's not so bad as you portrayed.
it is on behalf of all the BJP MLAs.
It can, if it is,
MLA কে MLA অ্যাটাক করছে কি করবো দাদা বলুন ওদের পুলিশ নিয়ে অ্যাটাক করছে আমার পুলিশ নাই
But we would have heard of it. If this was the situation, we would have heard of it. We are all conscious citizen, Malad.
only is when some incident happens, like in Kashmir, nobody heard about it.
No, listen, I can understand, but then the court has to get its time to deal with these matters. Otherwise, it becomes difficult.
But
আচ্ছা, আসুন দেখি।
kindly, Lord, consider, Lord.
এটা শুধু সুন্দরবনের জন্য নয় all the MLAs
পিটিশনের বাইরে
না না পিটিশনে লেখা আছে দ্যাট ইজ আওয়ার কেস এই যে
The application has appeared in the list today for consideration. Stop. Upon hearing the parties, it appears that the writ petition is ready for hearing. Stop. Let the writ petition along with the application appear in the list for hearing on 19th of June 2025. 19th. উপর দিকে দিয়ে দেবেন তো।
Much,
10:30
Lord, at any fixed time or
Not time, I have requested to place the matter fairly at this top so that it can be heard at least.
much.
at the top
Not prior to the court applications. Don't expect that.